On the No BSDUO show, when the poet meets the musician, the harmonical union of Holy Matrimony binds and creates the flavor in the air of the musical sounds of Poetik Sol. On the No BSDUO show, when the poet meets the musician, the harmonical union of Holy Matrimony binds and creates the flavor in the air of the musical sounds of Poetik Sol. And welcome to the show. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
We're
Fantastic.
Good.
How are you?
Great. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood of the No BS Duo show.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining the No BS Duo show, where we had my brother Will Frazier and myself. As you see, my brother is not here. That may be a good thing. Y'all know how my brother drives me crazy. But nevertheless, he should be here very, very shortly, because he is experiencing technical difficulties because there was a problem in Camden.
Yeah.
So he may not be able to come through. But we are here, and
Yes.
he knows the phone number. So if he has to, he can just call us and talk to us.
Right.
When you don't see your sister during quarantine, you just have to see her face.
Yeah.
So, with a face like this for your sister, I'm just saying, he may be like, I want to see her face.
That's right. That is right.
I'm rubbing it in today. I'm loving it because he can't be here to get an emoji. Talking about getting here, I think he just popped in. And here you go. Well, hello, William. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Now I'm bouncing off my son's iPhone. So
very
it's
well.
a pleasure. How are you? This is better. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
How are you?
So as you see, he had to come and see his sister face. He could have just called in and just had a conversation via the phone. But, he just had to see his sister's face.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
So talking about seeing the faces, again, we have the faces of when the poet meets the musician and joins together and make that nice collaboration of music. Poetik Sol.
Yes.
Welcome. Welcome.
Right. She's poetic. I'm so.
I like that name, Poetik Sol. I like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So how did you come up with that name?
Wow. I think it was just a matter of doing the poetry with the music, and the music is very soulful. So we kind of put the poetry with the soulful music. So we ended up with Poetik Sol and kind of put a different spin on the spelling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
I loved it because you have it with the kick.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You thought I didn't peep that.
Right.
You thought I didn't peep that. I was like, oh, she like to throw it with the kick. Okay.
Yes, with the kick. That's right.
And you guys have some major kick. Like I said, if I had a man, you went back to the Johnny girl. Like, you the so original Johnny girl. I thought I was the Johnny girl, but you got the Johnny girl going on. Like, you come on and you said, hello. I said, get it. Now I understand why and how that reunion is like. And that one song you have that says, come to me. It was hypnotizing. Like you was telling them, come to me.
That's
and
right.
Just pulling them in. I was like, I wonder, can I use that with a white candle?
Exactly.
That's right. Come to me.
Yes.
But really, honestly, and seriously, I really did feel that way. I was like, and you can feel the harmony. You can feel the love. So tell us about this thing. Like how this thing come in and make the atomic bomb that it did. Tell me about you guys.
Well, we met at church, and she's a musician. I'm a musician. She plays keyboards, and I play drums. And I happened to was playing for her godmother, and the first time I played, she wasn't there. And then they called me back to play again, and then the second time, that was the first time I met her. And from there, um, we kind of connected. She was still with somebody, um, but we became friends. And then she'll probably tell you the story about it.
Right. Well, I'll tell you the real story, but I'll let him go ahead.
About the story about she calling me, and I hung up. I told her I couldn't talk to her right now, but at that time I had a little crisis because I had a son. He was 16, and I was taking care of some business. But she didn't understand that. So I told her I would call her back, but I didn't get a chance to call back. So it took about a year. I don't think we talked for about a year until I saw her again. Her godmother had called me to play again for the church, and she was there. And
he wanted to ask me for my phone number again.
Right. I told her I said I couldn't, I lost it. I couldn't find it.
Right. So phone number, you lost the phone number.
So anyway, I just ended up, she finally gave it to me. And then from there, we connected. And once we got married, we actually started a group called the Nausea and Chocolate Funk. That was our first name, stage name. And, yeah, it was fun, but we had to change it because
the Saints weren't feeling it.
Saints, and then
the
Saints weren't feeling the chocolate funk. And
my pastor said, "Well, you can't be being close to me. You can't be having no nausea and chocolate funk and all, So because my nickname was Chocolate Pup, so that I had all that, so we had to change it. So my wife came up with Poetik Sol, spelling it Poetik.
Okay.
L. So, and that's how it started.
Now you know what's funny? What's funny is it's always two stories.
Always.
It's like, no, that's not what happened, but you go ahead.
Always two stories.
So tell me, what's the other side of that coin story? What happened? What happened was?
First of all, okay, at that time, we weren't always anxious to give our phone numbers out. So I said to him, "Give me your phone number."
Okay.
So I call him, and he talked about, "I'm busy right now. I'll call you back." Well, you know how we are. What you mean you busy? What you're talking about, you're busy. So he says to me, "I'm busy right now. I'll call you back." So he never called me back. And so a year later is the choir's anniversary again. My turn.
It was her fault.
My turn. A year later was the choir's anniversary again, and here he come talk about, "Can I get your number?" So I looked at him. I said, "Well, what happened a whole year ago?" He gave me some story. You know how they do, some story. So I said, "Okay, I'm gonna give you my number this time, but if you don't call this time, don't bother me no more." Don't bother me no more.
She messed up a whole year of good loving. She could have had all that. We could have been.
He didn't call me back. Okay, he didn't call me back. And then we in church, and he talking about, "Yeah, I saw you walking across the church." I told him, "You need Jesus. What you looking at me walking across the church for? You need Jesus."
She got hips.
Watching my hips. You need Jesus. All up in the church watching my hips.
What am I supposed to do?
Oh my goodness. So she had a walk thing going on, and you was like, "Wait a minute.
Right.
I need to stop being busy. I gotta go holler."
Right. Eventually, we, so she would, she would take me home. Sometimes I would have a car, and sometimes I wouldn't. So she would take me home when we talked, and from there, once we started dating, my wife is very technical. She's a tech person, so she introduced me to a software, a music software, which I had never heard of, and we started. I was listening to her, and then the next thing I know, I started picking it up, started making beats and everything. And from there, I made this one song. It's called Chocolate Aphrodisiac. She wrote it, and beat to it. She wouldn't let you play it right now because people will be kind of. It's very sensual, but it's a nice song.
So can I make a deal with you?
What?
You gotta send it to me.
Right. Okay.
We'll send it to you.
We'll send it to you.
Boom.
A lot of our stuff is very sensual, which
the first one, the first album, the first CD was very sensual.
It was, which is, I always tell my husband, we are married and God did make sensuality.
Yes.
People don't want to talk about that or admit it, but God made us sensual beings.
Mm-hmm.
And, we are married. So, I said, you're my chocolate aphrodisiac.
Mm.
The way you move, the way you groove, right.
Put your hands across my back.
Mm. Mm.
Move and
But wait, here's the funny part. It still gets him. Did you see that he got when you said my chocolate? His little chin was like ding,
Right. But once you hear the song, you be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So now I can understand why automatically you felt the need, because those drummers, and I have a love for drummers because I used to play the drums.
Okay.
I understand when that beat is almost like with Happy Feet.
Right.
When Happy Feet started dancing, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on. She talking about stuff. The beat.
Yes.
Wow, beautiful, so beautiful. And it's true. That was something, it is something that was created by God.
Yes.
And I believe a lot of families forgot how to reach in and tap that moment. And if we had that moment that we forgot that we used to use in the beginning,
right,
we would be able to capture that moment again. Maybe there wouldn't be so much division.
Right. You are so
because
right.
Like when you come home from work, king or queen or both, you want to leave the outside world alone. You want a moment of serenity between you and your husband.
Yes.
Because that's your peace.
Right.
So if you can't have that moment when you still look at her and remember how she was walking across that aisle, she had that walk thing going on. She had that church walk going on. And you'll remember that moment, that light, that inner light will always remain inflamed. And I believe that if we had more of that going on today, I think a lot of lights would be inflamed again. Some lights would be lit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I liked your first name. And okay, I know I'm gonna get in trouble. Let me put my disclaimer out there real quick.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Here's the disclaimer. And now I'm gonna have to send my brother the number because I'm missing him. Yes, I said it, y'all. I'm missing my brother. Can you believe it? No. I need to throw an emoji up on the screen because he's gonna be like, did she just mention on the TV on national air that she missed me? Yeah, William, I miss you. That's only because my emotions are all over the place. See that? He wanted to hear me say I miss him. That's why he popped in. See what I'm saying? He's special. He needs special attention. Look at him. Hello, William. Welcome back, William. So I had to say I missed you in order for you to pop back in, William. Now we can't hear him.
Right.
I mean, we can't hear
You
you.
are muted out.
No. It's crazy here. No Verizon. It is crazy. I'm bouncing off phones. I'm picking up phone internet. I'm strictly doing this with the phone, so I do apologize.
Let me put my emoji on now because I'm full of emotions right now. So whatever you're saying, I'm just gonna let my mask say it for me.
We're glad you're back.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that I'm glad I'm not going to say that I'm glad he's back. I'm just going to let him rewind the tape and let him figure out if I did. So anyway, so Will, you missed it. She called him her chocolate aphrodisiac. Wait a minute, chocolate aphrodisiac, and he lit up. How long you guys been married?
You want to tell him, Ben?
No, you tell him.
No. You
That's a
tell
good
him.
question.
You tell him how long we've been married.
Feels like 30, but it's 15.
Really? And look at that. They still look like they in honeymoon segment. Look at that. Look at that.
Yes.
Love it. I so love it. And not only do I love it, Ann is on the line. Ann Davida, is that your friend?
I don't know.
She said she loved the earrings. So I wasn't sure if she was saying she loved my earrings or she loved your earrings because your earrings are cute too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You know, we kind of got that thing going on,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
When that stand out, we gotta make sure everything else stand out.
Gotcha.
So you have to find out what church walk you did, and I'm gonna have to learn it.
Girl,
I want the first CD. I'm gonna get the first CD and the walk. I'm gonna make my own signature, but I'm just going, I'm gonna let you be the teacher.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do your Johnny girl impression. Come to me.
Right.
And I'm gonna light my white candle and I'm gonna see if it's gonna work.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
But seriously, I truly believe that is the key for marriages today when you still got that love, that young love that you had when you first got together. Yeah, and I can see it written all over y'all. So is that how you guys write your music?
Well, that's another story by itself.
Okay. We got time.
No, well, usually I come up with I write the music. Even though she's the keyboard player, I use chords. I have a lot of chords and stuff that I use. And then I have another keyboard player, a young man that works with me. And he interprets everything for me. And then once she hears it, then she usually writes. She'll start writing stuff when I can get her. Yeah, I had to put that in right now. When I can get her to write anymore. It used to be a time where, we would sit together and music and write together. Now it's, she has other projects. I have other projects. But once we come together, she has a play that that I wrote some of the music. She wrote some of the music. She wrote all the lyrics. And then she has a Color Initiative song that I wrote, that she wrote the lyrics, and it's so it's basically just when I come up with the music, then she comes up with the lyrics.
Okay.
There.
Yeah. Okay, talking about coming up with the music.
And I do lyrics. When I hear it, it moves something in me when I hear it. So I don't usually write lyrics and then he writes music. It's usually the music and then the lyrics.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long you guys been doing this? Since you guys been married?
Yeah.
Yeah, really much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Pretty
Yes.
much. Yep.
We started when we got married. We started writing music.
Started kind of late, but
yeah. We're older, but we started once we got married. Yeah, and I started showing him the software, and he just went with it, and then I would, he would give me I would hear certain songs that he was doing, and then I would start writing lyrics for it. So yeah, it's been pretty much since we've been married. We'll be married about 15 years. I would say it was a couple years in where we really started. So for about 12, 13 years, we've been doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So basically, like you're the rapper. You hear the music, and all of a sudden you just start putting your rap to it. But it's in poetry. Well, rap and poetry, I always put them both in the same link, but it's just a different twist. One got soul, and one got
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. No.
Right.
Yeah, I would call what I do more spoken word than rap.
Now I'll tell you a funny story.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I hear this music, and all of a sudden, I feel like I just want to just start spitting words to it. I said, oh, that would be a nice record. And here I'm thinking I'm creating something was already created. And I'm like, oh, they're already doing this. So you guys are independent artists. So I don't hear you to know that you guys were already doing this.
Yeah, we were when we really started, we have a band. We did have a band. And right now it's everybody's, but so we was a live band with background singers, and then she would do poetry, and then we would have some music with no poetry and just singing and music. So,
Okay.
um, you know, that's where Naja and Chocolate Funk started. We was a whole band, and we consist of, we can go from just bass, drums, and keyboards to, which I like because I like to entertain. So my wife, a lot of times, I would have horns and bass, lead guitar, and everything, background singing, the whole shebang. She wanted to be mostly like what's that, poetry, just a bass, keyboard, drums, and that's it.
Because the poetry is the focus.
Right. That's what she says. But I had to explain to her the poetry and the music is both together. It comes together. So we always have this. I said, baby, this is good. It's too loud. Music's too loud. You can't hear me. You can't hear me. They must be hearing me and what I'm trying to say. So I had to turn. We had to make sure that her mic is up, and the band was, put. We finally got it together, and then we kind of because we were doing our own shows a lot.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that's a lot of money. Every time you do a show, and then the people in our band, they had to get paid. Where they weren't just, the band was really us, me and her, but the other part of the band. So it was a little expensive. So we kind of slid off a little bit. We just wasn't doing anything. I was still writing music and everything, but we wasn't doing a whole lot. We wasn't performing. We did a few live performances, different areas, different places here in Philly, and it was good. But like I said, it wasn't really doing what we thought, and so we kind of slid off a little bit. And then she wrote a play, and then once she wrote her play, so she actually wrote two plays. One was called Poetry in Motion. Was with dancers, her doing poetry, and a lot and our music. And then she wrote another play called Poetic Blues, a sister story, and that that was more challenging because she had a lot of lyrics and stuff. So we got like maybe 8 songs now. We used to have 6, it went to 8, and I think we get ready to go to 10. So
yeah.
But we haven't been able to perform it, because of the pandemic and everything. So there's some changes being made and everything. So so that's why you haven't really heard of us. And then I just I told her about maybe a year ago we need to start getting back into it. So I started putting out some of our old stuff, some of the stuff that I could put out, If you go on our if you go on our Facebook, you'll hear some of the songs like Reminiscing. There's a song you have called No Not One. That's a gospel tune.
Okay.
Come to Me. And then the latest one is for her. She has like I said, a Color Beautiful initiative, and that's the title song that we actually wrote together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say you wrote plays, that means the album, not the actual play, right?
No, actually have theater plays.
Really?
Yes, I actually do. I do spoken. I call it spoken word theater because it's spoken word, prose, music, and dance.
Please don't say skits. Please don't say skits.
It's called Poetic Blues: A Sister Story, and it chronicles the blues that Black women face throughout our lives and how we overcome. And it's done through poetry, prose, music, and dance.
And where could you see this?
Actually, we're going to be part of the Atlanta Black Theater Festival online.
When is it?
Through October the 2nd. It's going to be part of the Atlanta Black Theater Festival online. It's an older version of Poetic Blues. It has really transformed since this particular one that's going to be with the festival, but people will be able to see it at the festival online.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. Make sure that you get back to us and let us know about this so we can make sure that we present it right here.
That would be awesome.
We will support that because we are definitely have a soft spot. Well, really, you know what? Because we have a soft spot for a lot of things, which is a good thing. But we mainly really support independent artists and the different things that's going on because that's one of the things I'm so grateful, and my brother and I were so grateful for with quarantine, because we got a chance to learn these things that's going on. Because had quarantine not happened, I would have never met you guys.
Right, exactly.
That's true.
That's true.
And the reason why I met you guys, because I happened to be surfing through and I heard your wife, the new Johnny girl. And I was like, what was that? And I was like, she sound like me when I be playing around. So, so everybody called me the voice.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a voice.
Yeah.
Because I do the different voices pertaining to whatever, the hype is.
Right.
So I'm always the voice.
Right.
So my brother says when you call me, that business voice.
Right.
And then when you see me, you go, oh, you're a Black girl.
I can't tell you how many times I've gotten that.
And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? Like, we don't sound educated or something? Like,
don't get her started. That's the whole thing with her color edition.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you think? We all ratchet? Like, yo, what? What's up? What you want?
So my initiative is the Color of Beautiful Global Spoken Word Initiative, and we deal with colorism and redefining the standard of beauty for women of color. That beauty is not all light skin. There's dark skin beauty too.
Yes, it is. Wait a minute. But not only are they dark skinned, they're mocha.
Go ahead. Yes. Yes. Mocha chocolate.
Yes. It gets no better than mocha and the chocolates. All of them together with a little piece of caramel and a touch of butterscotch.
Yeah.
Really good. So I understand that. Okay, so I'm talking to Poet. And then I'm gonna talk to Soul. So Poet with a special K. You played the musician. You was a musician too.
Yes, I am. I actually was classically trained pianist, but I do not play anymore. I don't play so much anymore. My mom passed in 2017, in November of 2017. And I don't know, just ever since she passed, I just have not, I don't play anymore.
Wow. I've heard that separation have heard how that separation happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I don't
maybe you'll find the love and maybe it'll come back.
Yeah.
Because you said something, and I don't know, and I'm gonna specifically put it out there for my audience because you never know who you're speaking to or who's watching. And there's a lot of people that's out there that want to do different things, but they just don't know where to go. And here on the No BS Duo show, we believe that we're the vessel. So the vessel is we help you get through whatever's going through.
Yes.
So you getting through, that means somebody's on the other side wants to be exactly what you specialize in, which is, say it again, what type of pianist are you?
She said, what type of piano?
Classical. I was classical and gospel.
Yeah, but it was the way that you said it. Can you repeat it again, your title? What type of pianist you are?
Classically trained pianist. Is that what you mean?
Yes, say it one more time. You are a
trained pianist.
Now, y'all need to understand what that means. She don't just play the piano. Understand that she said pianist. Now I say piano is, but you heard how she said it. So understand the difference of the terminology. So if you're that person and you like, well, how do you become that, or how you do that, or what did you do with that, or how did you unpack that? You know, that's what you were, and you know, you got to that point in your life where it stopped. Somebody is wondering how to regain that soul.
Wow. I think that, well, for one thing, I believe that even though it's going on 3 years, I believe that I'm still processing grief.
Got you.
And one of the things about it is that when I was about, gosh, I guess I was about 9 or 10, and I said I wanted to play the piano. So my mom said that my dad drug her all over Philadelphia looking for this piano because I had to have a piano. And you know how kids are. I played for a couple of years and I wanted to stop. And my mom was like, oh, no, you're not. She said, you asked for this piano, you are going to play this piano. And she said, you don't have to be a concert pianist. You don't have to, but you're going to play something I can understand. I know. And you're going to play this piano because you said this is what you wanted to do. So it instilled in me about when you say you're going to do something, you go for it and you do it no matter what. And so I played for years and years and years. And I would be sitting at the piano crying. And my mother said to me, you need to wipe your face because how you going to see the notes if you're sitting there crying? It's old school. I'm old. This was old school. This is what parents did back in the day. So she said, you need to wipe your face and play and practice. So I practiced and I played. And I think that when she passed, that part of me, I don't want to say that it died. I think it just is something that just kind of went dormant. I'll put it that way. It went dormant when she passed. And I have hardly played at all. And I think that because that was so much part of, my mom used to take me before I learned how to drive. She would take me everywhere when I was doing recitals and when I was playing for choirs and stuff. Mom would take me everywhere. And so that was so much a part of who we were together. So
right.
When she passed November of 2017, I think that part of that just kind of left with her.
Gotcha.
But I've been listening so much. I love all kinds of music. I always say I love a little bit of everything from Prince to Puccini. So I've been listening to, I listened to Brian Culbertson on Friday nights, and that's kind of like, it's kind of stirring it up in me. He's an amazing jazz pianist, keyboard player. And so it's kind of been stirring up a little bit in me, but I need to get back to it because I was an excellent sight reader, which I don't think I'm so much an excellent sight reader anymore.
She knows how to score.
Yeah, I could score and all of that. So I believe that I need to get back to it. And I think it's starting to come up again as I work through, that grieving process. But I think that one of the things that is so important is we have to acknowledge where we are. And so, I acknowledge where I am and I'm still trying to work through. We took care. My mom, bless her, she lived to be 92.
Bless her.
Yes. And we took care of her for a good 2 or 3 years, my sister and brothers and I. And so we were very close. We were very, very close in that whole taking care of period as caregivers. And so, I've had to work through all of that and missing her. But I'm starting to feel like it's going to come back.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And I feel it in you. Like, even though we're not sitting together, I
Right.
can feel, you know,
Yes.
you evolving out like, okay, and that's another thing that you mentioned. People want to lead you to believe that there's a period when it comes to grief and grieving, and it's not.
It's not.
It's not. You don't know how detrimental things happen to cause you for that delay of timing. Like you said, everything you did was mom.
Yes.
So now that mom is not here, it's like I don't have a reason now to do it because it was me and mom. But
Right.
now you're starting to turn it around and saying you're doing it because your mom would say you have too much to offer to stop.
That's right.
And now, once you get your feet planted, now it's time for soul to play that beat. You was wondering how I was gonna get you in there, didn't you? Huh?
Slid right on in there. Right.
I ain't been doing this long, but it was always in me how to do it now. Okay.
Right now.
But
Yes.
once that vibration inside of you spiritually comes back alive, because you dimmed for a minute, but you didn't burn out.
Right. Right.
And there it comes back. But you are a master teacher.
Oh yeah, she's good. She's good.
You are a master teacher. Like, I'm hearing you talk about scores, and so let me tell you what we do. That's hold on. We'll talk after the show.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we're gonna come after the show. As you see, I've used one of those voices.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
You do.
So if y'all all notice that all is listening, yes, my brother, if my brother is experiencing an outage, where he is, so unfortunately he will not be able to come back through. He can't even come back on the phone.
Okay.
So yeah. I believe he's going to try back later. He might. My brother sometimes is persistent, so we'll see what happens. But the show must go on. So talking about the show, I need you to hit a beat for me, Mr. Soul, the drummer.
Yeah.
The drummer that turned into now the master of the music and the horns. And so I'm listening. How did you make that all come together?
Well, again, I put a lot. I have chords, and when I put the music together, but I have young people around me, and they interpret my music. My sons, both of my sons are drummers and percussionists and producers in their own right, and I have a young man like my son, David Hackley, Jr. And he puts the music together, and then once I do all that, and he gives it back to me, then I have, like I said, I keep young people around me. You got to, because they hear different things, and of course, me being old school, I like my smooth jazz, I like my funk. Um, I like Michael McDonald, my white boys music. I like it all, really. So I try to put all of that together in what I do, and then pass it on to them, and then they take it and run with it. So basically, I'm just trying now. I'm just writing. I don't play as much. I used to. I travel overseas and around the world, and I'm not doing that now. And like I said, my sons, they're 35 and 31, so they taking them and playing for different people and everything. And so, like I said, I just write music now, and writing for her, thinking about writing for other people. Sometimes I feel like my music is not that good. My writing is not that good. My wife tells me, but she tells me, she's encouraging me, and this is my right hand right here. And I feel like my music could be better, and I'm getting there. I'm still learning certain things, but of course, I like my. And if you notice, if you hear some, if you play some of my music, most of my stuff is mostly like smooth jazz,
Yes.
R&B type. Um, there's other songs I could have sent you that it has a little more funk to it. There's a new song that I'm writing now that is actually in the works, and it's going to have it's going to have poetry, rap, and background singing and everything. And I'm going to sing a little bit, which normally I'm not. She wants me to sing.
Who needs to sing?
But I have people that can sing, so I'm at to the point now that and sometimes I might slide a few like for this song that's coming up that we're writing, that we're trying to finish up. I did some singing on it and everything. So it's something that I love. I love entertaining. I love writing music. I have madly respect to all writers, people that can write lyrics and everything, and then write music. Man, like I said, I was just a drummer, just being in the background, giving the beat. But I my admiration for people that can write and everything it's just every time my wife can come up, you should see me. It takes me like 4, 5, 6, 7 hours trying to come up with something. And then I say, oh shucks, I'll just go to her, and then I'll give her a concept, and then she'll take it and run with it. So that's a gift. People that can write, whatever. So that's what I do. I'm like in the background. Sometimes I'll sing. So that's what it is.
So wait a minute, I'm laughing because she made the same look I make when my brother says he's going to sing. You gave him the look like sing. Yeah, okay. And like,
I did that because he needs to sing. He has a beautiful voice.
So what's the problem, Mr. Soul?
Everybody can do it better than him. That's where his issue is.
And I got that old, not old style, but I'm trying to sing this new style with the young.
No. Okay, so let me learn you something. We need the old school back. We tired of this new groove. This new groove just don't shake me right.
Hey, listen, give me some Peebo any day of the week.
Yes. Like, for example, I'm gonna hit y'all with this so y'all can understand what I'm saying. Because I don't think the people know exactly what I'm saying. So here we go, right here. For example, here's one. And I believe that we can appreciate this right here. That's if it lets me play it. But hold on, let me see if it's gonna let me play it. Let's see. There we go. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. You're my destiny. Come to me. Come to me. You're my fantasy. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. We've begun the dance of love from across the room. I'm captivated.
mesmerized, hypnotized. We've danced this dance before. The memory is still with me. Again and again, again and again. Come to me.
So tell me something. You said we danced this dance before. I was like,
With me.
no. Now, there are songs that, all right. So usually I get the songs and I listen to the songs and I go, mm-mm, mm-hmm, mm-mm. When I heard this song, I sat up and was like, and I was like, okay, I'm digging this Come to Me for a minute. And then you came through and was like, I'm looking like, hold up. Did she just say we danced this dance before? So you basically like, yo, don't even act like you don't know. You know, this ain't nothing new. We did this already. We've been here. We've been here. So tell me, what is the story behind Come to Me? I need to, and this is what I'm saying. Right now, the music doesn't say we've done this. You said we've done this dance. Dance. You ever, I don't think people ever looked at it like it's a dance. You know what I'm saying?
It is a dance. And the thing that and I think, it's very much a poetry. It's a poetry kind of thing when you talk about seeing someone and you feel like, you know how you meet people and you feel like you've known them and that
Yes.
you've met before even though you haven't. So
Yes.
it's kind of like that thing, we've begun the dance of love from across the room when you see somebody and you're just captivated by them.
Right.
You know that we've been here before and we danced this dance of looking at each other and wondering about each other, that we've done it before, even though we may not have really done it before. But it's just that thing where you kind of feel like I've been here before. There's a connection with us that we have been together before. We've met before. So that's how the poetry all came together about Come to Me, because we've met before. We've done this before. And I think I may even talk about, though people don't necessarily believe it, but I believe I talk about in this song about having met before. I think that's another song. But anyway, we've met before. That's a different song where I say we've met before, maybe centuries ago in the motherland or a Caribbean island. But it's that whole idea that sometimes you meet people and you connect in such a way that you believe that you've met before.
And if I could say too, that song, that first CD that we made, it really featured my wife. It was basically just me. This was one of the songs that I had live, not live drums. It was drum tracks, but bass player Brett Jolly. I had Brett Jolly on the bass, Charles Emery on keyboards, and he did instrumentation and everything. So that was one of the main songs that we did with actual live instruments. Like I said, the majority of the other ones, um, like Chocolate Aphrodisiac, excuse me, that was all drum tracks and me doing different loops and sounds and stuff like that. So, but this one particular song was the one where we actually had bass, keys, and live instruments. Yeah, and the background singing. because everything else, there's a couple of other songs that we have a background singer singing, because they was basically just hooks to the songs. Mm-hmm. So we just, but like I said, this is one of our favorite ones.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, it's one of our favorites.
You said Jolly from the Crab Tavern in Philly.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. You know what? I think I've seen you there.
No, you ain't seen me. No.
Oh, really?
You wasn't at the Crab playing the drums once?
No.
Okay.
Don't give me. No, sis. Move right up.
Like, wait a minute, because they have open mic.
But you you have a friend of mine that on your Facebook that you know a couple of people that I know.
Oh yeah. We have that 6 feet of depth, that 6 feet of, what is it? The 6 feet degree separation.
Yeah, 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, we have a lot, but yeah, that's one of my buddies. He played the guitar. Yeah,
move right along. Yeah, you move right along. That she trying to get me in trouble.
No, because I was like drummer, because you know how you see somebody and you go, I know them, I've seen them before, but where?
Yeah,
you guys played in Germantown. I'm a choir director. We may have crossed like that.
Yes, absolutely.
And I played for a lot of choirs here in Philly back in the day.
So. And for all who's listening, including you, because it might be something you may be interested in, we're getting ready to do a flash mob jam. And we seen it down, I think they was in Atlanta when the last time they did it, or they was somewhere down south. But I was like, you know what? We got some Philly singing folk. And I think we can get some folks together and meet at one location, the sopranos, the altos, and tenors, have them sectional, and have our people who want to play, drummers, guitars, horns, or whatever. And we just have a jam session.
Yeah.
That would be so nice. So just look for that, because we had the vision to have it. We want to it's funny that you said that, because we was just thinking about that. He was like, I think that's what we missing right now.
Right.
Yes. And we have some amazing singers and musicians.
Yes. And once we all get together, it goes back to that song that we used to sing in hymn, when all God's children get together. Oh, what a time. Look, I'm trying to tell y'all already know, when y'all come on this show, no matter what happens, church always come knocking at the door.
All right now.
And it's just when I seen that, my sister sent it to me, and she was like, yo, I said, this is me all day. And she said, yes. I said, if only we could pull this off. She said, you can. And I think you gotta be grateful and thankful for people who believes in you.
Yes.
And that they can really, they think beyond where you're thinking. Like, you have a vision, you have an idea, and you go, it's an idea, it'd be nice. It's like, you can do that. Nah, I can't do that. Yes, you can. You have that person that be like,
right,
do it, push it. So y'all done heard it. Everybody that sang with me in West Philly, look for me to be telling y'all where the meet is at. Stop playing. We don't need no rehearsals, because we all sing the same song.
Right. Yes.
You get Germantown together. I'll get somebody down in North Philly and South Philly. We all meet at one central location and just blow that thing up.
Yes.
That would be a beautiful thing.
You could do that. That would be amazing.
It would, but there's only one problem.
What's that?
There's just some people who don't want to do it unless it's a foundation or a funding thing going on. But I just want everybody just to use their gift.
Yeah, I mean, just
use your gift as a gift, just one time, and you never know what the gift of God may give back to you as you giving that gift. So if we all get together, we all meet up ain't nobody worrying about how you getting paid. Look, just bring your gift.
Right.
Bring your gift because God gave you the gift to do something. You
Right.
call it a talent, a gift that you developed into a talent. Bring it. Meet us there. Everybody get in your section. Don't nobody worry about who sang what, who led what, who was the directors. Look, just meet us there. Work it out. Call it and just have a good old Sunday
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Sunday
that would be
time.
amazing.
Get your
And I
mask.
think that's what we need right now because, and I keep saying that's what we need because everybody sits there and they wonder why is there so much hate going on right now, and it's because we haven't been able to touch into the soul. And when you guys, when I hear you, is that coronavirus?
Oh, you had to give me back because I said mad. That was good. That was good.
That was a good way to bring me out. Thank you for bringing me out.
I'm choked up.
Thank you look, all I'm just saying is I'm glad you over there in that window and I'm in this window because one of these windows is doing its own thing. One of these windows is doing its own thing.
I'm gonna get a T-shirt that says "Allergies, not COVID." In my T-shirt.
Look, I'm
Allergies,
trying to tell
not
you,
COVID.
it's bad because my son was working at a location. I gotta go there for 1 second. I just gotta go there for 1 second. So my son was working at this one location, and his manager got sick. So he told his manager one thing. He told the store he was sick, but then he told the boss it was allergies. Now, me as a mother, I was like, yo, is there a lie in there somewhere? Because the two of them are not matching. Is that COVID? You better find out this. And I was like, find out if he's sick. And it went into a big thing. The guy got mad. He was like, yo, you should have done it. And I was like, we're not taking this seriously enough.
That's true.
Whether you think
it's very serious. It
whether,
really
whether you think it's a scam or not, you don't know who you are to COVID.
That's right.
You don't know if you're the catcher or the thrower.
Right. That's right.
So at that point, I could be standing next to somebody who's COVID and I may be okay, but I may give it to go home and take it to my 74-year-old mother.
Right. Exactly.
So, back to you two. And I think I don't know if I called you out or not when I said we want to have that choir. I don't know if I called y'all out or not.
We're there. Just tell us.
I just don't know if I called y'all out or not, but
she said something. I didn't get
Well, masked up. We have to be masked up though.
Yes, definitely mask up and definitely separate. So I'm gonna play the other song you sent me. This one right here.
There's no one like you, Jesus. You are my life. You are the source of my strength. There's no one like you. You are my peace that passes all understanding. You are my joy. You are my strength. You are my love. There's no one like you. There's no one like you.
Amazing. A love song to Jesus. Who does that? But nobody but Poetik Sol. Like, God, like if that's not music to God's ears, I don't know what it is. Like, what made you do that?
Wow. at first that was going to be an instrumental because my wife said, "Well, that sounds like an instrumental, smooth jazz type, whatever."
Yeah, right.
Right. So then I said, "No, I'm hearing something," and I kept messing around, and she said, "Well, I hear some background," um, and so we just started playing around with it, and she actually didn't like. She did that in one take because I told her I want her to do something, and normally my wife she needs time. I gotta send me the track, let me hear it, and everything, blah blah. I said no. Well, come on, So we sat down in the studio together, and she started freestyling, and that's what she got, and I kept it, and she felt like she could do it better, and then um, I put my little background singing in there, and it was supposed to be another young lady. She was supposed to do the background, but she wasn't able to do it. So I did it, and I added some other things to it, and that's what you got. No, not one. So it's about God. I actually put a video to it, and you can see that on our Facebook site too. It's No Not One, and put a video to it, and that's what it came out to.
So how do we find you? How would everybody find you? What is your page and what is your platform?
Um, Poetic,
It's Poetic Soul on Facebook.
yeah. On Facebook.
We basically just have a Facebook page right now. So it's Poetic Soul on Facebook, and you can find a lot of the music, and you can contact us there on Facebook at Poetic Poetik Soul SOL. Yes, contact us on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay, are you also on YouTube or anything?
We have a couple of songs. Oh, do we have a couple of videos?
I don't think we have anything on YouTube yet.
No, not on YouTube.
Okay. And are you your music on any platforms?
No, not right
I'm
now.
working on that. That's what
Yeah, he's working on that, but not right now.
Like I said, we've been out of just getting right back into it the last year. I'm gonna say year and a half now, because I decided. I said, well, we have all this music, and we have to do something. And so now, because of that, Poetic Soul, I'm working on new stuff. I'm working on a new single now, and then we have another project, which is all spiritual, gospel, and inspirational music, and that's going to be an RKW2 project for family and friends. And my son Robin, he's producing that.
Wonderful. So it's a family affair.
Yeah. And then I got my son Ryan on drums, and he's going to be doing some stuff. And she's now that project is going to be mostly other people singing on it. It's just going to be our music writing and everything. Other people, but one of the songs I'm singing on it. But then after that, you may not hear me no more. So I'm producing the Poetic Soul stuff, and then my son is producing the spirit, the gospel, and inspirational music. So
for some of the people who don't know, who's just tuning in, this is Poetic Soul. And right now they have a platform on YouTube. However, starting in September, we have a new segment. So every month we have a new segment for our off days. So in September, we will be premiering Independence Day. And what Independence Day is, you will be able to hear independent music from independent artists. So that means you will be hearing music such as Poetic Soul.
That's amazing.
yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for that.
So
on behalf of all independent artists.
Yes. And how did you get into that? Like, what made you make that decision to go independent versus going recording? Even though I understand that it has its perks being independent, but then it also have is Nas.
Yeah. Well, I think basically because we was older, you know, and the music industry doesn't want, you know, older people. So they want young people looking, you know. So, and then, you know, the style of music that we're doing, um, we didn't think that a label would pick us up. Um, and then truthfully, I didn't think my writing, my music and stuff was that good. Um, but I
But
got
you know,
over that.
when you have something to offer and you want to put it out there, and there's so many ways to do it now that you don't have to have a label pick you up, that you can do what you love to do and put out the kind of stuff you love to put out, and you know you still will find that you have an audience for it, and that there are people that love it and appreciate it. So it's just an amazing thing now, the way that artists are able to do their music and you know, a lot of the even a lot of the major artists out here are going independent now. Even
Yes, yes.
music, your music belongs to you. You do with it what you want. You put it out there any way that you want, and that's really a blessing for being independent.
Yes.
And you know what I love about independent? I don't really run like, so like you spoke about being able to do what you couldn't do before. Like we could not operate this platform.
Right.
Right.
And now we can. Like there's so many, as they call us, I don't call us that, but they call us the talk show host, the talk show now, the new radio show, because we play a lot of music. And that's because we're into the entertainment. But now, before, you know, you had your Wendy Williams and you had your Queen Latifahs, you had your top models. They all came out and did this, but they did it in a studio.
Right.
They had money. Like I could be Oprah and come out with my cute shoes on and then put them under the chair after I walk out like she does and sit there on my couch and talk to people right here on my platform.
Right.
Whereas before, I needed to know somebody to get an internship to do this.
Exactly.
But everything that goes on with this show, you really have to go through a programming, have the education, have the certificates and all that. We don't have to do that because we're independent streamline.
Right.
And then we have independent artists. And what I love about you guys is you could put out your whole CD, not what they think you should use.
Right.
So it's like you're no longer really you. Before you was underrated because they only showed 3 of your songs when you, like you said, I have 10.
Right.
And it just may be that 9th album that I really loved.
Right.
But because they didn't promote it, we know nothing about it. But UK, overseas,
Oh yeah.
they got your whole CD.
Yes.
And they got it on repeat, which makes us look bad as the United States because here we got artists, and yes, go ahead and say it, y'all. Even though I don't discriminate, I'm just saying, Philly artists are the best.
Yes, we are.
And there's a lot of us that are underrated that people did not know about.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad y'all are bending the bars open and y'all are busting through. And I'm right here to catch y'all. Like, yup, they got that. Yup, they got this one too, y'all. Yup, did you hear this one too? We here, and I'm just so happy. I'm so happy because we're getting the opportunity to hear your gifts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And your gifts are blessings because when you're going through or you just having that, like, I'm still stuck on your no, not one. Because you have that moment in your life where you just at a praise and you have no words.
Right.
And you just sitting there rocking and you just happen to push your words sings my heart.
Wow.
Yes. Praise God.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I can't say nothing. I'm just rocking. I'm in praise mode. The tears is just flowing. But then I push your song that says, Jesus, I love you. You're the best thing that ever happened to me when I didn't have nothing. I'm like, tell him, yeah, that's it. Like you're,
Right.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
then, and then that love that you guys have as a relationship, that bond is magnetic,
Right.
and it lets other people know that it works.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it does.
I mean, you have to work at it, but you know, it does work. And the good thing about between both of us, even through this pandemic, you know, we are both together in music. We have projects, we have our own projects that we're doing, but we come together and we enjoy the same thing, um, with our music and everything. And even with our projects, we support each other, and that really helps. And we have differences, but it's all good, and that's what makes a couple. You're gonna have your ups and downs and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, like you said, even with "Come to Me," you can reminisce. We even have a song called "Reminisce," that you reminisce about those times back in the day. When we first met, we laugh at it now. I laugh at it. She laughs at it. I ain't called for a whole year. We ain't talked. So we finally met back up. So it was meant for us to be together and everything. So with our song, what we try to project, when we first started out, it was really just love music for each other. Um, some of them songs I thought it was for somebody else, but anyway. but and then as we grew, we started knowing that couples needed to have those types of intimacy and type of music that they can put in and enjoy each other and listen to, and then from there we just grew, and now we're at a point now that we can write music for the Lord, for couples to enjoy. And it's all about, and at the end of the day, it's all about Jesus. That's all it is. And that's what we're all about. So, so we enjoy doing what we do. And that's the main thing.
And you can tell it's written all over you. It's written all over you. Like you get the glow when you talk about your music. It's like that love. You know how you always have your first love with your boo, and you mention their name and you just light up, and they be like, if you was trying to hide it, it's all over your face. But you showed something that a lot of people are missing. Also missing some timing.
Yeah.
It was a whole year. So if it was meant to be, as you agree,
right. But she could have,
push it.
Right.
I could have what?
Well, she could have called though. Act like she wanted to be trying to be one of them strong women and stuff. I ain't calling no more. But she messed up.
She did exactly what you said. You must have still been busy for that whole year.
What? I'm a musician. I was traveling. I had a son I was taking care of and everything. I was working and stuff.
See? And she gave you that space.
Yeah, she gave a lot. But I
said you was busy.
15 years, that face doing.
He was busy.
I was busy. I had things to do. You know what I'm saying?
You had to clean your plate before you put her on there, because you knew that when she got on there, that plate better be right. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's funny because everybody be looking at me sometimes and they be like, how you know, girl, child, I was married once before. And I was a good wife.
Right.
I'm a very good wife. And if you ask him, he actually would tell you that. A child floored me. He was like, she was a good wife. I like, wait a minute, let me move far away. Cause are you lying? Cause I'm scared right now. Cause I was everything but a child of God when it came to you. So you sure was a good wife. You know, but as my elders would say, I was in practice mode.
Okay.
Right. There you
Right.
go.
And I said, oh, I was in practice mode. They said, yeah. So when your real one come, I said, oh shoot, well, let me look in the mirror and get me right. So I'm cleaned up so he can see me, because if I'm dirty, you got a dirty mirror, you can't see.
Right.
So I had to clean my mirror up and be like, so when he does see me, he know who I is and I know who he is, so I can see.
Yes.
But I haven't been to church, so I haven't been able to do the walk. And it's quarantine, so you think he'd be able to find me with this on?
They saying the mask now is the thing now.
Yeah, because you look in your eyes. They're looking in your eyes for real.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, if you look into my eyes to see what I am thinking, I'll give you an MC Light version. I'll give you a Mary J version. Don't look into my eyes. It's almost like looking at Medusa.
Oh,
Don't do that. You be mesmerized and hypnotized, and if you the wrong one, you'll be stoned. No, I had someone told me that my eyes was the windows that he sees beyond my front.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I did exactly what I did. You heard the crickets, right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even bother to drop my eyes on it. I was like, let me just use the vibes. Like, I'll tell you, that's why I'm so grateful for my cousin, because she made this mask for me.
Okay.
And I was like, when I seen it, I said, yeah, I think I need emojis, because it's warning sign. Because depending on how I'm feeling, I could turn my face. And I could tell them either I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm worried, or oh, get away. Hold on, I'm screaming. Like, so I got
different ones
there.
Everything is there to let you know what I'm going through. So when I'm going through my emotions, I put this mask on and I tell them it's a warning sign. So that means back up, because you don't know which one I want to use.
Right.
Gotcha.
That's and it's been working. Yep. So I don't have to say 6 feet, apart. I just look at them with all the crazy emojis going on. They go, "Oh gosh, she crazy." Yeah, that's the key.
Right.
But then you get that one, and then you go and you like, you see him coming, you reverse it real quick.
Yeah.
Tell me more about my eyes.
Oh my
gosh. If my brother was here right now, he would be rolling his eyes and putting his hand up to the screen and going, "Oh God." But before you guys go, there was something else I wanted to play that you sent me. And I believe you said it was the new song. Is this the one for the color wave?
For the color of beautiful. Yes, that's our color.
Check. Let me talk about our black women real quick.
Yay.
Black on black, and beauty's intact. Trust, there's nothing you lack. Nothing can ever sever our soul ties. We together, you my ride and tie, girl. Forever you fly in any weather. Black, intelligent, smart, and clever, full of grace and honor. How dare we ponder? Your strength make a black man's heart go fonder. Protect our black queens at any cost. See, without the black queen, we catch a loss, baby. Taking L's from left to right, vision blurred. But with the black queen, we elevate, you heard? Honey, caramel, hazelnut, bronze, chocolate, mocha, all shades, no cons. Skin absorbing all the sun, so much melanin. Love the color of your beauty in the light within. Concept, baby.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Concepts, you said it right.
That was rapping in.
Don't you know I am Mother Earth? Everything black and beautiful I have birthed. Let's review my history. Something is steeped in mystery. Royal blood runs through my veins. I have carried my people's pains. I am dark like the night in Tunisia. I possess power and wealth like the Queen of Sheba. Naya, Kim, Cynthia, Viola, Kadia, Zozabini, Gabrielle, Beverly, Issa, from Africa, India, America, Jamaica. Dark beauty runs across the world. Make no mistake, beautiful mind and beautiful skin. The peace and power that come from within. Don't you feel the pull? We are the color of beautiful.
Yes, that's our color beautiful.
You see the color beautiful. When you walk my way, do you say the color beautiful? My dark skin, my blue lips, brown eyes, my rocket, beautiful. Ebony, mahogany, some kisses look at me, I'm so beautiful. Made in this image and mirror in this reflection. Black and beautiful, my shortcomings is imperfections. Addicted to this poem, I'm left on this white toil. On the clouds, I'm in cradle. How to my people who fight to be equal. I am so beautiful. I am so beautiful. I am so beautiful. I may be so beautiful. Yes, indeed. I am so beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, on that one.
Wow. That came from the door from the beginning, like a yes. Like that beat was like on like a oh, wait a minute. And then you came out with the made me want to put my hair up in a bun, you know, and just sit there and go.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Shoot.
Beautiful.
And then turn my head and go.
Right. Yes. Yes.
You got it.
Yes.
Got it.
When y'all ready to do the video, call me.
Yes.
Well, she did the video.
Well, I mean, that was just a stock foot video. But one of the things I want to do with it is I want to do videos all over the world of women with the song.
Yes.
That's my ultimate goal, is to do videos in various states as well as other countries with showing just women in all of their beauty. I will call you my sister.
Please do. I'll represent Philly for you, and I'll get my hashtag enough sisters to come with me.
Yes.
We'll all stand there and show you that we're all beautiful. Yes.
Yes.
And you know, that is so encouraging because we don't hear it enough.
No, we don't.
And I believe, I'm a fool to believe that if they hear it enough, that they'll start believing it. Because once you hear negative poison all the time, you become what you hear.
That's right.
So maybe if we can reverse that process and let them know that, you know, no, you're not wretched. No, you're not the B. No, you're not the H. No, you're not this, and no, you're not that. You are beautiful.
Yes.
My sister, you're beautiful. Like I can walk up to another sister and don't have to be like, no, I can look at her and be like, you're beautiful.
Yes.
Difference.
Right.
Yes.
And I truly believe that that's the salt that we need to make that transition.
Yes.
Everybody always asks me, what are we missing? Love.
Yes.
Love and respect. We have no love and respect for nobody. We don't. Because if we have respect enough to love somebody, to respect them, then we don't have no more problems.
Right.
That's right.
That's right.
Just my thought. Just y'all agreeing with me. So hey.
Yes, that's right. That's the truth.
That's the whole process. That's what the whole thing. We had to change it up because it was we redid it. Because,
that was the remix, really.
Well, do understand. I do want to tell you one thing. I had to cut you off. I'm sorry. I had to cut you off. And I'm going to bring you up to the screen because I want you to both hear me. You ready?
I'm ready.
Sir Soul, you are too hard on yourself. You are magnificent.
Thank you for telling him that. Thank you.
You are magnificent. You are not too old. And Poetik Sol, you guys are my newfound injection of medicine. Y'all my new vaccine.
Oh, thank you so much.
And, I say that because you're plugging in. Like I love poetry. I love poetry. I love jazz. I love music. Period. It's like blood that pumps through me. Like the beats and the music and the word. I remember when it was a friend of mine who introduced me to understanding, to listen to the words, because I was jamming to Diana Ross. Diana Ross had a song called Sweetest Hangover.
Mm-hmm.
I was jamming until I understood that she was saying, I don't need no cure. What? Wait a minute, hold on. What did I just agree to?
Right.
And then my kids, they had this song. I know they're gonna laugh at me because I can't. I will remix a song in a minute. You would be talking about the windows is blue, and I would say it was a blue moon. It was this song. They did some Superman something in the whole walla woo and the whole. And I was doing the dance, and they was like something singing in and singing the whole, and they had a whole dance with it. Superman now, give me that zoom. And I'm all, yeah, with the youngins. Like you said, I hang around the young folks too. I stay young because of them. We stay young because of them. And I'm doing it, I got the little freeze and the little pop and all that. And somebody said, do you know what he was saying? I was like, no, what did he say? He said he put the towel on her back while she was sleeping and made the towel wither because he did something to the towel while she was sleeping and made it look like she was Superman flying.
Oh.
And I said, ew, is that what I'm listening to? And he was like, yeah, you ain't know, Mom? I was like, no, I didn't know. Why didn't y'all tell me that before y'all taught me the doggone dance? And that's when I really started listening and be like, wait a minute, what's going on in my ear? Because what I was hearing was what I was becoming. So I had to reverse the curse.
That's right.
And I believe that's what the church got messed up. Because the church gets mad because of different things that the R&B is singing, but R&B can save just as well as the gospel.
That's right.
Because if God gave you the talent to do and move that R&B, because he said, meet people where they are. You meet them in that area where they are. They're poets. So if they're into the poetry, you're going to go to that area and you're going to minister to them.
Yes.
Absolutely. However way that you're ministering.
Right.
So for them to say, oh, that's the devil's music, listen to what they saying first before you want to say that's the devil.
Right.
Exactly.
Because if I'm a married couple singing to another married couple, telling them how they got to come together and love one another, that's not devil's music.
Right. That's right.
That's gonna be. Go ahead.
Well, you don't start it now. Well, and like we understood that being married and making music and making it for not just for us but for other couples and people that are engaged and you need an outlet. You need music. We got the Teddy Pendergrass and other artists, Luther and everything. They got their love music and everything, and so we made ours in a poetry and with music and smooth jazz, and
Yeah.
so we knew, and we understand about having that fire for couples. Sometimes you need a little fire to get it going and stuff. So that's what our music was when we started. And now, like I said, we've matured, but it's still it's more inspirational and love music. So it can go both ways.
Well, do know that there are some of us that's out here that's not into this new wave that
Okay,
people want to believe that we're going into.
right.
There's some of us that are still in this era of love, and I believe that's the era that really needs to oversee what's going on right now, especially for us because we don't have anything for us.
Exactly.
So this is just that cradle for us. They can have their music, but
Sure.
we have ours now. So we
Right.
need you guys to keep going on and keep encouraging, keep loving, and keep supporting while we support you as well.
Thank
So again, you guys are phenomenal. I love you guys. I
Thank you
truly
so
love
much
you
for
guys.
having
Like
us.
I'm gonna be playing that one song over and over and over and over again. No, I'll be playing them two songs, three.
I'm gonna send you the chocolate aphrodisiac one, though.
See, it looks like it's gonna be four songs. You're gonna make my kids hate me because see, once I get hooked onto a song, it becomes repeat. And I go to sleep and the battery die and I wake up and I'm like, oh, and I plug in and I go right back to sleep.
So you'll be definitely. We'll keep in touch with you, and as soon as our other music, and I'll send you more music so you can. Okay.
Definitely. So, since you guys are on the Jazz Scope, not only will you be featured on Sundays, because we have on the No BS Duo show Sundays, we
Okay.
have the 1 o'clock show, which is a jazzy afternoon with Lovely.
Okay.
So you guys fit in that mold as well as Independence Day. So know that you will be featured in our Independence Day in September, and we're gonna have that flash mob.
Yes.
I just love when I sign people up for stuff. They be like, "Did you sign me up?" And I said, "Yes." And
Make sure you
Right.
tell me. Make sure you tell us at least a week ahead of time or something so we can.
I promise. Oh no, y'all on speed dial. I ain't playing with y'all. Y'all on speed dial now. Y'all got that soul thing. Y'all got that mojo flowing. That kind of stuff that when you want to meditate,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you put that on and you let it feed your soul, along with the other good stuff.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
good stuff. Good stuff. And we so appreciate you. And I'm so, so glad that your page was being displayed as
Sure.
I was scrolling through.
Right.
And I was like, oh, and I liked it. And, just by me liking it, you reached out, not knowing that it was a show.
Right.
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 And I was like,
Yeah, and I believe too. What we can do to help you, and then we have to help each other, and
Yes.
that's the main thing.
Yeah.
What what's good for if I can support you and you support me, I'm not trying to outdo you because really at this point, you know our music now is basically what we love, so we put it out. If there's any financial part of it, that's a plus. But we want to put our music out, and through your um, your show, we're able to other people to hear about us and everything, and we appreciate
Yes.
you.
Thank you
And,
so much.
Yeah, don't stop. Don't stop doing it. You might get discouraged, whatever. Just keep on, because you never know who's watching. You know what I'm saying? Who's listening and everything, and who you're helping other artists get a platform. That's what I was trying to say, a platform that they can use and everything. And through social media, independent artists now are able to do that. So we applaud you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, look, you know what? To be honest, I would be remiss if I didn't say that this was not my just a solo vision.
Right.
This is the vision that we had, that my brother and I used to do a long time ago, and it was just for fun. We were just having it. People was like, y'all funny, and they used to just come on just to hear me and him have a conversation, with each other. And we was going to do our podcast, and then quarantine happened. And 12 hours before the show came on, I seen this platform. And I was like, well, God, if this is where we're going, and I must say, it can be financial.
Sure.
But God has been making a way that when the bills do come,
right,
the money's there to be paid so we can keep it running. And that's when I know that this is not my vision. This is not just for me. This is something that was a design. This was a destiny design moment that we had to have.
Wow.
And I believe that the only way that was supposed to happen was for him to provide this automobile for people to be able to drive and reach that destiny, because you are touching people's lives with your song. You're healing folk. People are being healed. Like, you're healing me. Like, I'm on location. We get ready to go back to Philly. So it would be me playing your music for my ride home. So that's going to keep me in peace, along with my spirituals, as I'm on the road this time of night, coming out my exclusive area. Yes, y'all, I'm not home.
I hear you.
But that's why I got my mask.
Right.
Right.
Good.
Right.
Good.
So,
Great.
But yes, we must support each other, because this is the only way we're going to be able to do what we're supposed to do. We have to do it together. The problem was because everybody wanted their own single way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
We all have our own single way of doing it together.
Support each other.
It's a puzzle, it's a piece. I need you, what you got, and
Right.
you have what I got, to bring it together. That's why I love you guys. And I'm like, yo, the poet meets the musician. Bang. It was just a whole poet with a kick to it, like the whole soul thing. I was like, okay, I gotta get the words together. How I'm gonna promote this, because this is wow. Like,
right.
But and it really did give me excitement. So you guys don't stop.
Okay.
Y'all keep going.
Yes.
So just as you encourage our soul, and we thank you so much. And we thank our audience, because we couldn't have this platform if you guys wasn't watching.
Right.
Right.
So, thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Thank you guys for following Poetik Sol. Continue following them and supporting them. And like I always say, look, I'm going to throw another disclaimer. It's my truth. It's how I feel. It's what I have to say. I'm not saying it's your truth. I'm not saying that is what you have to do. If you don't like it, treat it like a smorgasbord. Eat what you want. And as my sister Chet co-host would say, if not, treat it like a bone. Take the meat out and throw away the bone.
Right.
So with that being said, when you see an entertainer entertaining for the love of entertaining you, show them some love back.
Yes.
When you see that dollar sign that comes with an app.
Hey.
And trust me, if it's 300 of you that's viewing, even if you give $1, you just paid a bill. And we are in a situation where everybody is down, but I think we all can afford to give $1 to help somebody else out, because you never know where that dollar can take you.
That's true.
So, with that being said,
All right.
I think that brings us to the end of our show.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much again.
Thank you. And Tangia, hello, my dear, another independent artist. I love her so much. She gave us our first song on the Sister Chat. She's another independent artist.
Great.
So, Tangier Smith, and she's also a spoken word person.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, she's also spoken word. As a matter of fact, it was her testimony that I used when we first opened up the Sister Chat, because we was looking for a theme song.
Okay.
Right now, our theme song is with Rose Sly sister, Rose Banks.
Okay.
Okay.
We've been using hers right now. We may be ready to use Poetik Sol now. But she had about 9 tracks. And I was listening to her, and she sent them in, and my brother was helping her. And I was like, no. And I didn't like none of the songs. I was like, mm-mm. And then it came, I said, you know what? No, we're not gonna be, tell her thank you, but no. So something said, go to the last song. And I kept wondering, why am I going to this song? I said, all right, let me just find out. Let me go to the last song. So I went to the last song, and that was the song.
Wow.
And it could have been a blessing that we would have missed.
Yeah.
Because it was perfect for the segment that we were happening, because it was talking about us being women, strong women, being rooted like the tree. And I was like, yeah, this is what we need, because we need to let our sisters know to stand tall, stand strong, because we have what it takes to stand. We just got to go within and tap in and get it.
Yes. Yes.
So again, thank you all for watching. Thank you for coming. And I want to thank my beautiful best friend who allowed me to come into our home and do our show after we did our video shoot today, from something that we were initially doing through our other show called the Sister Chat, which comes on Wednesdays at 5:00. It's not for women, because if men look at it, they may just find out how to love us sisters just a little bit better. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. And look, Poetik Sol, y'all know where my heart is, right?
Right.
I'm doing signs, all right?
Thank
you.
So you already know I'm going to be calling you shortly, because we got to work that other deal out.
Yes.
That I signed y'all up for. That you like, how did she just sign us up like that? And I do stuff like that. So on behalf of the No BSDUO show and my brother, who is not here, but he did stop by. He did try. I will give him that. He did try. And I didn't have to throw no emojis out tonight. So he should be rather happy about that, because, I didn't have to base him. So with that being said, we're going to say good night. We love you dearly. We really don't want to go, but we got things to do. I got to get home.
I got to get this fly out of my face.
So how about that? So on that note, on the No BS show with Poetik Sol, the most beautiful married couple that I know, we're going to say good night.
Good night.
So good night. We love y'all. Stay safe, mask up, practice social distance, and know that you got mad love from our family to yours. So night.